We can't wait to start. Let's go.
There's a little hole in the rim, so yeah, just that's what we always do. Hey guys, what is up? RedExions here and welcome back to this brand new video. Today it is Wednesday the 28th of June and we are at Karting de Fagnes, aka Marienborg, for round 2 of the B&L karting series. Yeah, we're early this time. It's only Wednesday and I'm already here. That's because we're going to do one extra testing day because I haven't really done my laps around this track, let's say that. And in the past this track has proven difficult for me. So we decided to take up one extra day of testing so that we can prepare well for this insane competition. So no driving yet today, of course, because it's already almost 9 o'clock. Going to have some food in a few minutes and yeah, everything's built up already. Let's go for the weekend. Guys, had food, already did some tires for tomorrow because it's actually supposed to be raining, so we made one set of slicks and one set of wet tires. Now time to do a little bit of a track walk, but yeah, should be all ready to go for tomorrow. Track's actually really slippery, so we decided to put the slicks on the MXJ wheels, which give a lot more grip than the MXC wheels. So yeah, let's see how that goes tomorrow. Now time for a track walk and after that time to hang out in the van a little bit. Alright guys, we finished the track walk. Yeah, now time to go to bed. Tomorrow first practice sessions. It was kind of good to have 2 days of practice now because I feel like I need it. So anyways, time to go to bed now and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Alright guys, good morning. Had a good night of sleep, fun night last night, maybe a little bit too much fun. So yeah, all ready to go for free practice today. We have about 5 or 6 sessions, I don't know exactly. And yeah, let's just see how it goes. We're going on all tires today, all engines, so pace wise not going to be that much probably, but yeah, it's just to get the feeling back. Right, so everything is set up for the day now. Yeah, I actually already did the first session, but because it's only Thursday I won't be filming too much out on track. Now of course we're still rocking the tonykart with the Esprit stickers. Well, now why the Esprit stickers? But yeah, the first session wasn't actually too good because we went out on tires that are very dead, so now we have some tires on that should be quite good. So yeah, let's see how that goes and let's have some fun now because we actually have quite some time before we can go out on track again. But because we have plenty of time, yeah, we're now going to watch on the grandstands. Time to watch the small drivers here a little bit. Last week I was in gang training. I didn't make a video of that because well, it's just a normal training day. And it was actually really useful. We found some things in my driving style that I adjusted for now. Mainly has to do with braking. I was braking way too aggressively and too hard. And by changing that I actually became quicker by a couple of tenths. So let's see if that actually makes a difference here this weekend. Because I feel like I have a good feeling about this one. Alrighty guys, welcome back aboard our senior rotax max kart for round 2 of the B&L karting series. As you guys know, it's Thursday right now, free practice for this massive championship in which we are racing this year. The B&L karting series is basically the same level as the European Championship with drivers from all over the world actually competing in this championship. Yeah, the track we're at right now, Marienborg, is pretty difficult and I've struggled with it in the past, so that's why we decided to go testing here last week, which is also last video. You should definitely check it out after you've seen this one. The video is in the top right hand corner of the screen right now. But yeah, even though this track is difficult and the championship is quite difficult, last round actually went pretty well. We got P17 out of 72 drivers, which is, well, pretty good if you ask me. But yeah, this track seemed to be a little bit more of a challenge. Like I said, historically I've struggled a little bit at this track. So yeah, that just goes to show how much effort I put into these videos for you guys. So if you end up enjoying it, please consider hitting the like and subscribe buttons. You know, you really help me when you do that. Yes guys, I know I haven't really been that active on YouTube lately, but that has a very good reason. Because if you've been following me on Instagram, you know that I've been selected to go to the Tillotson T4 Nations Cup. If you don't know what that is, That's basically the World Championship for the Tillotson T4 class. Now it's a huge honor to be invited to such a big race like that. It's all the way in Valencia in Spain from 21st to the 24th of September, and it's going to be a huge adventure. Because the channel has been doing so well, that has given me the opportunity to race there. But in order for it to actually become reality, I'm asking you guys for some extra help, and that is why I have sent up a GoFundMe campaign. Right now it's actually not possible to go there due to budgetary reasons, but I really want to go there. You guys want to have the video. Actually, if you donate 50 euros or more, you'll get a special surprise. Now, if we surpass the goal I have set, that money will all go to the rest of my racing career, so don't worry, I won't waste anything. So scan the QR code on screen, click the link in the description or in the pinned comment, go help me out, and there you'll find more information on what it all will be about. Anyways, back to testing. If you remember back to last time we were here, you know that the pace was kind of okay, but not completely yet, so that is why I decided to let pass a very quick driver by the name of Kai Hunter and decided to follow him around for a little bit. You can definitely see that on the straight we are missing a little bit. That's due to us running a very slow engine and also not being on the correct sprocket yet. And also you can see here that in every corner he just pulls away a little bit. It's not actually too bad from the middle of the corner, but we just make some small mistakes. There you see we didn't use all of the road on entry. This part the gap kind of stays the same, so that's good. Here we make a little bit of a mistake and you can just see him pulling away there. So we definitely now can see where we are losing time, and you can see that we're losing quite a lot actually. So the pace isn't really very good yet, but it's already looking better than when we were here 4 years ago. But still we've got some work to do, and I think that's something to be done for the rest of the practice sessions. Of course we are running the bad engine and a little bit of more power will of course help you in lap time. But then a piece of rubber decided to ruin my recordings, so we'll call it a day here. So, about half of the day is done, and I have to say, we are not terribly off the pace. Wil je erin? Alweer?
Big shout out naar myself, Kai Willers.
Oh, yeah.
And the team, Strawberry Racing of course.
And Bruce Lee.
And Bruce Lee of course. We want to say...
Hey guys, this is definitely not RedExions dubbing over Kai's voice here. I want all of you to go over to kracingshop.com. RedExions' most loyal sponsor and a webshop for kart parts. And I want all of you guys to use the code RED25 on checkout. This way you can save 25% on select items. And you can find more info in the description and the pinned comment. And again, this is definitely not RedExions dubbing over Kai's voice. Yeah!
We can't wait to start. Let's go.
Perfect. Oh!
Merci.
I really can't complain about how it's going today actually. It feels good as well, that's perfect. I'm having fun, that's good as well. Ik kom iedere keer jou tegen als ik vlog, hè? Ja, wil je nog iets zeggen?
Shout-out naar tonykart en OMP.
OMP?
En OMP ook, ja.
Ja. Ja, perfect. Right, yeah, another session done without the GoPro. We managed to go a little bit slower than what we did in the peak lap of our new tires, so that's really good. Yeah, I feel like we're just improving every session, so yeah, good day. Feeling confident. Guys, I am getting wet, and it's not because I'm getting excited, but because it is raining, and that's annoying because yeah, we definitely lacking pace in the dry still. But in the wet we should be okay, but yeah, it's raining quite hard now, so I don't know if we're going out. I believe no one's going out now as well. Let's have a look. Yeah, one thing I have to say about this track, there's lots of spectating opportunities, and yeah, it's fucked. They're all on slick, so that's fun to look at. By the way guys, you probably didn't know that, but I actually started out in Minimax. But back when I did Minimax, the karts were a lot different. They were a lot bigger and slower than what they are now. Nice drifting. Well, we got a little bit unlucky with the weather there. Yeah, we decided not to run in the final session. It shouldn't be too bad, but yeah, would have liked it to stay dry, but yeah, can't have everything in life. So yeah, now we're just going to do the registration. Also quite nice. Alright guys, registration done. Practice tires purchased. Race tires purchased. Kart pretty clean. Yeah, ready to rumble I think. Alright guys, all done for today. Prepare the tires for tomorrow. Clean the kart. Now time to fire up that grill. Well, I don't know if you're able to hear, but look at this. It is freaking pelting down and I'm getting wet. What? It says it's not raining, but if you take a look at this. Yeah. Well, and just like that, after destroying my hair, it's dry again. Yeah, it's almost like it's the same weather as in the Netherlands. Reunite all the low countries. No, just kidding, that's a terrible idea. But yeah, time to relax and to have some food. Oh, nice. Oh. Alright, so yeah, one thing that just came to my mind. Not a lot of people actually know the history of F1 drivers in karting. If the camera will focus on me, thank you. Yeah, some of the teams that we are racing with this weekend have had the most famous drivers from the world race for them. For example, SP Motorsport, of course, is the old team where Max Verstappen raced. JJ Racing is the team where Bijtske Visser, you might know her if you're Dutch, the W Series driver, and Emily de Hoys, also W Series driver, have raced. Then on the right here, right next to us, we have GK's Lemons Power. I believe Jensen Button raced there for a few years, I'm not too sure. We have Strawberry Racing, and Guan Yu Zhou, the Chinese F1 driver, has raced for them in the past as well. Then if we go here, we have KR Sport, another really big British team. Yeah, I'm not too sure if they have any famous or ex-drivers which are famous. Let me know in the comments. By the way, if I missed any for the other teams, let me know in the comments as well. Back here we have Dan Holland Racing, and as you can tell by the tent and the huge Lando Norris logo on there. I don't believe Lando raced with them in the past, but every time he came back out in a kart, he has done so with Dan Holland Racing. And if you know the big YouTuber Super GT, he also races with DHR. So I'm 100% sure that I'm forgetting at least a few drivers. But yeah, it feels so strange to be racing these teams that have such a big history. And what's even more funny is that we're doing it without a team. I'm just with my mechanic in our own little tent. We do rent engines from a team though, because that's absolutely necessary. If you don't, you'll just be lost. Also, another important one with JJ Racing, my girlfriend. Yeah, didn't forget you. You thought, didn't you? Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, don't worry, I didn't forget you. So, time for a track walk and a little sit rep of the day. I'm going to take you through some points where my mechanic and me think I'm losing the most time. This part especially got spotted by my mechanic. Yeah, this is turn 1 of course. What I do here is I brake quite early and not that hard, and I do that to keep the calmness in the car, because as you guys have probably guessed already, that's what we have been working on over the last few weeks. But in this corner you actually should do it the other way around. Here you should brake a little bit aggressively, turn the kart with your brake a little bit, and get on the power quite late, almost after the apex. I get on the power here quite early, but yeah, you saw it on the footage as well. It sometimes gave me a little bit of oversteer. My mechanic thinks that I'm losing the most time here. And the thing that I can probably improve on most is using all of the track. If you look back at the footage, you saw that I left quite a big margin here to the right hand side. Turns 8, 9 and 10. What I do wrong here, again, I don't use all of the track available. I usually turn in from about here, I think. And you can see that there's quite some room left here for us to use. And in this corner it is very important that you don't slide, use all of the road here, and you get on the power before you reach that curb. Because when you are on the power with the kart, it just wants to go straight on and it has grip. Because when you get on the power with the kart, that's the moment when it has the most grip actually. Then turns 11 right here, 12 right there and 13 back there. Here we can also gain some time. Because sometimes I overcook it slightly, or just go in here not quick enough, or I just don't turn my wheel enough. And if you don't turn your wheel enough or do any of these other things, of course the inside rear wheel won't pick up and you won't have grip and you will slide. And also of course you have those kinks back there. Sometimes I don't take the shortest line, that's just me being stupid. So that's basically the main parts of the track where I'm losing the most time. Yeah, if I can just get rid of all of those mistakes, we're on the pace, that's good. And I'm actually really happy that we have one extra testing day, because I really needed it. Anyways, lots of work to do for tomorrow, and yeah. Alright guys, yeah, day's over. Did a track walk, had a call with my girlfriend, had some food. I'm pretty tired. Yeah, all in all, pretty happy with the day. Enough improvements, and also clear where we can improve some more tomorrow. So I think that's a solid day of testing. I'm going to catch some sleep now, and then see you guys tomorrow. Bye bye. Alright guys, good morning. Yeah, it's Friday, time for some free practice heats, and time to improve some more on what we learned yesterday. I'm making nice breakfast right now, grilled cheese sandwiches, of course you know them. We're at the karting track, so you need to eat grilled cheese sandwiches. And yeah, curious to see how it will go today. Alright people, welcome to testing day 2. We are now doing the scanned practice tire session. If you don't know what that is, at the B&R Karting series on Friday testing we have something called scanned tire practice. And that means that before you go into Park Ferme, your tires get scanned so that you're using the same set for the entire day or for the remainder of the day. And most people there go on new tires. Now, a thing about the tires that we use is that in laps 2 and 3, when they're brand new, that is when they give their optimal grip, which makes like a 2 to 3/10 difference. And also, because we do not really have dirty air, slipstream is a huge benefit to us. So track position and going out on track is hugely important in our class. And then when we eventually get going, I decide to go out ahead of a group of fast drivers so that they can overtake me on track and that I can then follow them around and see where I'm quicker, because karting practice is all about track position, seeing where you're quick, seeing where you're a little bit less quick, and using that to really improve. Now a little bit later on we actually get onto the back of 2 KR Sport drivers, which are very quick drivers, so I decide to stick behind them here a little bit. You can see that they're all going slowly, we're all going slowly, and that's all just mind games and track position, which is something that has become quite ridiculous. If you know Monza Q3 from F1 in 2019, basically every karting practice session is like that. But luckily here we do have good track position. You can see Sean Butcher there checking over his rear shoulder. We actually get overtaken, but that doesn't matter because we're now in the slipstream of the 906, and as you can see we actually have a really good engine because we are not losing any speed on them whatsoever on the straight. But then going into turn 1, same as in last racing camp, and you can just see that we're struggling with the kart a little bit in the corners and that we're losing basically in every corner. And also up ahead, if you see that, you can see a huge train of cars going slowly, and that is a mayhem of practicing karting. Monza Q3 in F1 2019 all over again. Our lap is ruined, their lap is ruined. Yeah, that's just practice in European level karting, and also sometimes even in national karting. Everyone's just waiting for track position, and eventually that ends up screwing up everyone's practice session because no one was able to set lap time. But yeah, like I said, that's what you get when slipstream is a huge factor. The big performance peak in tires is a huge factor. Yeah, you just see shenanigans like that happen. Anyways, we continue on with our quest for a quick lap time here, starting out a new hot lap here. I think we definitely need it because the last one got ruined, but well, you saw how it got ruined. But now you can also see that because we were a little bit slow, and also because of our lack of pace and the group of karts we encountered, we kind of lost the slipstream of the fast guy. We now get overtaken by the 336, and you can see that we are definitely still struggling. We're losing on the exit of corners, not as much to the fast guys, but still, yeah, the 336 usually doesn't make it to the final. Sometimes he doesn't, but not always, but we're also losing time on him. So it's definitely not looking too good here. You can see we got overtaken by 2 more drivers. The 398 is definitely in the midfield in terms of pace. You see that here in the slow bits we are definitely able to keep up, but yeah, he goes for the move on the 314 there. The 314 also wasn't really up to speed yet. And you can see that we are just losing time. Here we brake a little bit later, but coming out of the corner we just lose some more speed again. We made a little bit of a mistake, we weren't comfortable with the kart, and that results in poor lap times. We do have a good engine though, as you can see we go for the move there on the 314. But still, we are not really up to the pace yet, and yeah, that was a little bit worrying. Alright, so one super chaotic session later, yeah, I fucked it up a little bit, not the correct track position, no time set, but then we discovered another problem. I don't know if you're able to tell, but the rim somehow got bent. Yeah, you can see it if I hold it like this. This side here on the left is pointing upwards a little bit. Also, if I hold it like this, you can see that the top is flat for some reason. I don't know what happened. Yeah, very strange. I don't know how that happened. Never seen it before as well, so yeah, that's one set of MXC wheels out the window.
Hello guys, RedExions here. Yeah, not RedExions, because RedExions here. But we are slow as fuck.
Yes guys, he is slow, but I am even more slow.
Yay!
But we will be in the final, because that's what we always do. Yes.
You know what's also a final?
No?
The B final.
Yes. Yes, but now we go to the briefing. Yeah man, time for the briefing.
Met een beetje overbelicht.
Well guys, the day is over and it was very good.
Right, Ralphie Delphi? Yes, very good.
So now we decided to clean our helmets because maybe that will go better than driving.
Yes.
Oh. Oh look, he's putting the spray on his visor. Very good spray, by the way. You can get it at K-Racing shop.
Yeah, I did not put the screws on, and now it can almost do it.
But
with
this is
16
nice
hours.
for the for when it's very warm. You get extra.
Especially when it's wet on the track. You can do it like
Do we go together on the track? Together in the B final.
together on the B final.
Yeah. Alright guys, yeah, a few hours later, showered, had some food here in a local village. I forgot my camera. It was a really cool cafeteria, but yeah, for some reason we lost all of our speed that we gained. In the morning it looked like we were only short by about 7/10, which is, well, still quite a lot, but manageable if you compare it to what we usually are short in the B&L practice. But yeah, we ended the day with 1.3 seconds of the pace, which is a lot. But yeah, let's do a track walk, and after that I think I'll call it a day for today. Yeah guys, day over, little past 12 already. Time to go to bed. Time to forget about this day and have a fresh start tomorrow. Bye bye. Alright, yeah. That was a roller coaster. For some reason, in the warm-up, we were on very old tires that we took from the bin at Genk. We got P7 on that set. Then we went on new wets in qualifying, and we suddenly lost all speed, and I was 25th. Almost 4 seconds too slow, I think, or even more, I don't know actually. So now we have to wait to see in which group we are, and then yeah, just do our best, I think. Alrighty boys, I am in group B, and he is in group A or B, I don't know. So meteen we go
Together on the track.
But yeah, the weather keeps changing. It's raining and then the sun is shining and then it starts raining again. So I don't actually know on what tires we are going to go. I hope wets, because otherwise I am fucked.
Now we get underway with our next senior rotax heat. It is senior rotax groups A versus B. Here is your starting grid.
Alrighty guys, welcome to the first heat. As you guys know, there's only place for 36 drivers in the final, and we have about 68 of them in this race. So about half of the grid has to be eliminated, and that happens through heats. You do 3 heats, and your average position for that will determine your starting position for the pre-final, and the pre-final will determine your starting position for the final. So yeah, we're in Group B racing Group A right now in the last heat. But as you can see, we are not on track, and that is because, well, when we were in the pits, we discovered that we had a slow puncture. And we could repair that, put a lot of air in the tire. You can see us coming out of the pit there. But that meant that, of course, as you saw, we had to start from the pit lane, which is not ideal, let's say that. Also, if you are lacking a little bit of pace. But the confidence was really high after that good warm-up, in which we actually got P7 somehow. Yeah, again, in the wet we're quick, in the dry not so much. There you can see us going through turn 2 there in the back. That's the gap that we had to close. But fortunately, because the field was really close and because they all get bunched up in lap 1, we were able to catch up a little bit. So we were able to make up some positions. There you could see us go through there. We gained about 3 or 4 or 5 positions already. So not all was lost. We could still make up a little bit or a small amount of positions. You can see us going in the back there. We're running 5th to last. And you can see that there's some more chaos going on, happening ahead of us. So we gained another position there. Yeah, the speed, despite of the slow puncture, was actually not too bad. My mechanic actually put 1.5 bars of pressure in the tire, which is about double of what you should have. And then after a few laps the kart started handling weird, and well, of course we lost all pressure again. So I came into the pits with a flat tire, but still I managed to gain a few positions. So yeah, even though on paper the result sucked, I was actually really happy. There you can see us defending. We kept about 4 to 5 drivers behind us, which is not too bad, I think, considering that we had a puncture. Let's fast forward a little bit and see in what position we finished. So yeah, we gained about 10 positions there with a flat tire, which is not too bad in my opinion. I think we can definitely be happy with that. Still not enough to go through to the final immediately, because you will need to finish around P18 every heat to be through immediately. But yeah, not a bad start, but also not a great start to the heats.
Okay, guys, not RedExions here, but here is Bram's tire.
Yeah guys, look, if I put it on the water, you can clearly see the bubbles there. There's a little hole in the rim, so yeah.
Nice. And you guys want to know the best part? The rim broke, of course, on Friday, my own rim, and this is the one we borrowed, and it's also broken. Nice.
Now time for our next race. It is Senior Rotax, heat number 4. It's groups B versus C. Here's your starting grid.
Alright, time for the next heat, and in this one again we are starting around P25, luckily not from the pit lane this time because, well, we fixed the puncture. It actually turned out to be a cracked rim, which is really unfortunate, but it just happens sometimes with these magnesium rims that we are using. Like I said last heat, we need to finish around about P18 to be through to the final immediately, so we have to gain 7 positions, which is a challenge, but it's definitely possible. We've done it multiple times already at the B&O Karting series. Now we are rolling onto the tram lines, going very slowly, a lot slower than last time, which is good because the race control likes it when you roll onto the tram lines very slowly and then accelerate. 5 red lights and away we go. That man is very brave to be walking in front of the grid before the lights go out. Anyways, you can see that there at the front there are some people going wide who get pushed wide. We actually get a decent start and you can see that we gained some more position because as you can see right there in the middle of the screen, our bright orange helmet's really drawing a lot of attention, so you can really spot me easily. We give a little bit of a push there to the driver ahead and we gained another 3 or 4 positions. Again, the starts this year have been really good and you can see that here we're gaining another couple of positions. But it was difficult to keep them because, like you know, we are lacking pace in the dry and it is quite severe this round for some reason, we don't know why. In the wet it seemed to be okay, but in the dry not so much, and that usually implies that there's a problem with the chassis. But yeah, let's just focus on this race for now. You can see that we're going up the move, we go for the move there, but it actually comes back to bite us in the behind because more people, because the next corner was actually in the other direction, so we had the outside for the next corner, and there you can see us losing even more positions. Here we really start to struggle. Basically all of the positions that we gained in the first lap are already gone now. Skipping ahead to the final lap already, you can see us coming through in a little bit. First we have to watch everyone come through. That's a disadvantage of being at the back. You can see that there's some ding-dong battling. We're almost last now actually, because yeah, we just had no pace. You can see us sliding wide there. I just wasn't really feeling it with the kart this time. There's, however, huge battle, so we are able to keep up a little bit. But yeah, it's of no use. We defend there, almost losing the second to last position or the third to last position there on the line. Luckily we didn't. Let's see what position we finished. Oh yeah, big ouch. We finished in P28 and yeah, when you got a P22 and a P28 you can almost forget it to be immediately through into the final. We're most likely going to end up in the second chance heat now. And the second chance, well, basically the name says it already. With the second chance heat you can secure the last few places for the final if you didn't make it through immediately. And yeah, if we don't pull off a miracle in the next heat, we will be in it. Alright, so last heat of the day, racing group D this time, starting P25 once again. Yeah, like I said, we have to pull off a miracle on this one if we want to be through to the final immediately. We would have to finish in like the top 5 to be able to make it through, which is definitely a big challenge, which is kind of out of the question for now. 5 red lights and away we go. It's a really clean start this time. You see that there are no real people who get pushed wide. Luckily for us, we also didn't get pushed wide, but this time the start has been a little bit less good. You can see that we didn't really gain any position, so by that definition this is the worst start of the season so far. Yeah, we lose a little bit more. No, we don't really lose that many more positions, but we are still definitely in the back. Don't see us getting a P5 anytime soon actually. But maybe if we are a little bit aware of what's happening around us, we can gain some more positions into chaos. You definitely see some people bumping each other off back there. Maybe we profited from that, gaining a few positions. But yeah, right now it's important to just keep our head down and attack, attack, attack. That's the main thing at the B&O Karting series. You want to constantly attack if you want to keep your position and go forward. Because if you don't go forwards, you'll go backwards. That's something Super GT always says, and that's definitely true. Especially in a big European race like this. Here you can see we get pushed a little bit wide there. So that means that we get a bad exit of the last corner. Then skipping ahead a little bit. You can see that we are defending there. Driver goes behind us. But then what you see also is that we get sent off into absolute oblivion. We go wide, almost go into the wall. And that's because we got a little bit of a push from behind us. And because our pace was so shocking. That means that we finished last of the finished drivers with a big disadvantage to the guys ahead of us. So yeah, lack of pace, getting sent off allows in... So yeah, getting sent off, lack of pace results in a P30 with 3 seconds to the next guy. So we definitely did not make it through to the pre-final. So that meant second chance for us tomorrow. Well, shit. Yeah, let's not say anything about that. Yeah.
So now it comes down to our last second chance heat of the weekend. It's Senior Rotax up next. Let's have a look at your starting grid.
Alright, so for the first time this year and for the second time ever, we are in the second chance heat. And like I said in the heat yesterday, the second chance heat is the heat in which the last 6 positions to the final will be handed out. So you have to finish 6th or better in this race to be able to secure a spot in the final. And we are starting all the way at the back, so the hopes were low, but it's karting, anything can happen. We're onto the tram lines now. 5 red lights are on and they are out now and we are racing. So like I said, we have to finish in at least P6 to be able to make it through to the final. But also you guys know that our pace is so devastatingly slow this round. I really don't know why. You can see also that we get caught up in the start crash. Luckily we didn't touch anyone, but we did lose a whole lot of time because we had to take avoiding action. Yeah, the chances of going through are just really low at this point. So I just try to make the best of it, keep my head down, not make any mistakes, and try to push it as hard as possible, even though we are so far off the pace, which really was just strange. We haven't been this far off the pace the entire season. Seemed a bit silly that we would be going backwards, but anyways, it still happened. Nothing we can do about it now. Yeah, I just wanted to get through to the final because, well, that's of course what you want. You can see us there. We're defending from one of the GKS cars. There's someone spun around. But unfortunately, it's of no use. The pace just got even worse in this round. We really don't know why. We seem to only be going slower and slower every session of the weekend. Because, yeah, like you guys know, in the beginning of the weekend, the pace wasn't too bad. We finished last there of anyone who wasn't involved in the crash. And, yeah, ouch. Big ouch. So that means that we are in the B final for the first time ever in my career. Definitely not where we should be. And definitely a little bit shameful to be in there. You probably didn't expect to see me here, you probably expected the B final. But we were so far off the pace also in the B final, and so little things happened that I just basically decided not to include it. Also another thing that happened, which is a big mistake on my end. Yeah, there was a little incident in one of the heats, and well, I reacted to that in the B final, which was not correct from my part. I fully admit that. Whenever there's conflict, there's always 2 people in the wrong, and I definitely accept my responsibility for that. And I also accept the black flag from the stewards. That's just what happened. So I apologize to the driver in question, and I hope that we can race with respect in the future. That's something I definitely want. So the driver in question, if you're watching this, let's just have respect for each other in the future. Because that's what racing is all about, right? So yeah, another devastating weekend with an extreme lack of pace, which we really could not put our finger on why that was happening. Also, I'm starting to get tired of not being able to finish races. It's starting to become a real problem now, and I hope it ends soon. I hope. Anyways, with that very bitter end to the weekend, also comes the end to this video. Now, if you enjoyed it, please consider hitting those like and subscribe buttons. You know you really help me when you do that. Also, please consider donating to me on my GoFundMe to go to the Tillerson T4 World Championship. It would mean a lot to me, and you'll get a cool video for that in return. So, definitely go check it out. Link is in the description and also in the pinned comment. Now, like I've said, the first round of this championship actually went really well. It's definitely worth to watch. It's on screen right now. This video, however, is done, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.